Good morning, guys. I'm here in Cape Peron or Point Peron in the Rockingham area for like morning walk, and I wanted to share it with you. Let's go. Good morning, guys. So this is where we're gonna start our walk, or bit of a hike actually. And this is the welcome sign to Cape Peron here in Rockingham area. Like a bit of instructions like don't disturb the vegetation, keep your pets on a leash, take your garbage, like the usual stuff. Now let's go. And this sign explains the historical significance of this place to Aboriginal people. And also the historical European exploration that came after. And at this point there was a naval base during World War II in Garden Island, which is just 2 kilometers from here. When we get up the hill, I'm gonna show it to you guys. So plus there was a gun placement here. Remember, Australia after the fall of Singapore was threatened by the invasion of the Axis, Japan. So Garden Island and here was a very significant naval base for the defense of the western coast of the country. And beside the historical and natural features, again some of the instructions that people need to follow here because of the fragile nature of the place, and for your own safety also, and to keep the place pristine as it is now for future generations. Anyway, let's continue our walk. And before I forget, as you can see there at the very end of this picture, there is a big car park there. I myself parked my own car there, so you shouldn't expect to have a problem with parking when you come here. Should be alright. Point is this way and observation post this way, so let's check the observation post first. You guys gonna see later the ocean view from here, and It's really recommended to come here also sunrise time or sunset time. It's really spectacular actually. And as you can see along your walk, you can find lots and lots of signs, tells you like about the flora and fauna in this area. That's why you always find like instructions, recommendations, requirements for you to obey while here, so you can enjoy the place and we collectively preserve for future generations. Now we're going up to the observation post. So this sign tells you the history of the place. Like we talked, it wasn't just like natural location to enjoy, but it was actually part of the defense of the Western Australian coast during World War II. Here this sign talks about the Fremantle Fortress coastal artillery in Garden Island, which is like 2 kilometers from here at Rottnest Island. But thankfully we actually didn't need to use them, and the war zone moved from Western Australia in December 1944. Thank God, and this place was preserved for future generations to enjoy. So the point we are here now is actually the highest point of Cape Peron, and the walkway we actually used was built in 1992. So let's have a look, panoramic look around here. So where my camera is now, this way, is the Rockingham Central area of the York Strait and the Rockingham Beach. And when I drove this morning, came from the Rockingham Beach all the way to Cape Peron here. And this is the Western Australian coast, the Indian Ocean. This place is really good, especially like I said, if you come here during sunset and it's a good weather. Just amazing. You're gonna have like amazing walk here. And today also is a autumn day, and thankfully a bit sunny, not very cold. Excellent for this kind of walks we're doing now. Let's continue. some people sadly don't clean after themselves, and I would say the government should put like a bin outside here, but still, let's go up. Yeah, I would say the place is in a real need of a bit of maintenance inside of this green building. And there's more information about the Fremantle Fortress, the observation post for the military during World War II. So this place is really good from a historical point of view and natural point of view. So like this sign and the other one talking about Rottnest Island, Garden Island, and here Cape Peron. So let's have a look where is Garden Island itself. I think we can see it from here much better. So if you guys can see just straight ahead is Garden Island, which is an Australian Navy base. It's connected to the mainland by a causeway, a bridge, but it's really a bit restricted for civilian. But like I said, and the sign shows Rottnest Island, and here in Cape Peron and Garden Island just in front of us were all part of the Western Australian defense in World War II. And now let's continue our walk. More WW2 history, but as the previous sign showed, thankfully this area wasn't damaged from any shelling or anything, so we are all thankful for that. And also one of the good things about it, like as you can see, it's not really crowded, so you can actually enjoy nature like the why God intended, like they say, just in a serene and quiet pace. And it's 5 to 10 minutes from the Rockingham central area, and Rockingham itself is like 45 minutes maybe from Perth CBD. So if you are from Perth CBD, it should be less than an hour for you to come and visit. So now just gonna go in another pathway and explore more of the area. We just finished our view of the observation post, and now we're going to John Point, which another observation point up the hill, and should give us another spot for really spectacular view of the ocean. Lots of posts here and areas to have really panoramic views of the Indian Ocean. So let's go. This is the observation post in front of us that we just visited. Well, like they say, picture speaks for itself. The amazing Western Australian coastline. Like we said before, this spot was gun placement area during the Great War, and one of them is actually here preserved for people to view. And from this angle also you can get a good view of Garden Island and of course the rest of Cape Peron. So yeah, naturally this spot was ideal for gun placement during the war, for the purpose of defending our western coast. So sorry about earlier, this is actually not one of the guns that used during the war. This is just a replica for the real one. So how they used to be like. And it's a new one. They just made this replica in 2020. It really is an amazing place, well preserved, and Australia in general really good take care of their natural environment and have really strict and justifiable at the same time biosecurity laws. And you get to actually enjoy it. Like I said, I'm just walking by myself, just a handful of people at the same time, so it's really good. Still have 270 meters to get to John Point. These two guide snakes they live in the bushes here, but like the sign says, just stick to your pathway, and if you spot one, just leave them alone and they will leave you alone. So countless people has visited and walked in this place and no issues happened, as long as you just give them their space. So we get to have this way and this way. We will explore both. Let's go. And it's really good weather today. So in June, usually when it starts to get cold, and it was cold this morning, but still sunny, nice temperature, a bit of a breeze. It really doesn't get any better than that to enjoy a hike or a walk in Point Peron. In front of us, in the other side, like I said before, it's Garden Island, Navy base. And this is the Western Australian majestic Indian Ocean. And besides the great views, the sea breeze and the sea smell is just very refreshing, and just it's like it's opening up your lungs really good. More World War II history and how this spot in Cape Peron and Garden Island in front of us was used in a defense, and thankfully we didn't need to, in World War II. And this is a seating and viewing spot. We are due for a little break. Let's just sit and enjoy the view. Garden Island literally just in front of us. So now I am walking back. So you guys, while walking, you can choose your own spot that you want to sit and enjoy the view. Like I said, we have the observation point, John Point, lots of spots up the hill that you can enjoy sitting, relaxing after a walk or a hike. There is no shortage of these places here. And like I said again, it will not be crowded, so you are guaranteed to have a serene and quiet environment around you. It's really serene and quiet. You just hear the birds singing and the ocean waves. We are blessed to live here in Australia, specifically in Western Australia. As an immigrant, I'm really thankful for this country to give me the opportunity to just enjoy this. And this way. And as you can see, for the most part it's very clean and people really behave, and they don't throw garbage on the ground or anything, with the exception of just this small building in the top and the observation point. You can really trust the Australian people to keep this place in shape. And now we are back to the car park and the starting point of our walk. There is just one last observation point. We're just gonna have a look now. Of it before we end our walk today. And sometimes I see videos on YouTube of Europe and overcrowding, over tourism. Yeah, we are really lucky to be here in WA, Western Australia. Sometimes I forget, but some days like today I do remember. So these signs talk about the rising sea levels. So tells you part of the type of plants and animals living here. And me myself, as one live in Rockingham, I personally seen these little penguins, sea lions and dolphins just across the Rockingham beach. So I really didn't need to go to any special place or anything. It just, you can enjoy it for free and just in front of you. We are truly blessed living here, whoever living here. So. In this place you can pretty much fish, snorkel, dive, walk, hike. Any beach or marine activity, you name it, probably you can do it here. In a really well maintained and pristine place. So the last message is, let's really keep it this pristine, this clean for us and for future generations. Hey guys, I hope you like this video in Point Peron, Cape Peron, and I'll see you in the next one.